whiskey drinking, outlaws, country folk, ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. There's even ghosts in the back of cars. DevilDriver are back with a country covers album. Outlaws Till the End. Vol 1. It is a hot motherfucker today. Right, okay. So, for those of you who are new, there's a 1,000 subscriber giveaway going on. Follow the link if you want to be a part of it. If you don't, don't. Okay, now I'm not going to give as much detail about the band or the songs in this particular review for a reason. This is a covers album. Normally I spend a lot of time analysing lyrics and working out where the front man was coming from. But as this is a covers album, this is an album of country outlaw song covers, likes of Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. So there's a very real possibility that you might well have heard the vast majority of these songs anyway. Makes it easier for me to edit as well, fucking suckers. As far as an introduction to this album goes, I'm just going to quickly read out something that Des Fafferer, frontman of DevilDriver himself, had to say. The kid with a Slayer backpatch, the kid with a Slayer backpatch often has a Johnny Cash patch too. Fucking hell, that was quite hard to say. The guy with a Pantera shirt will have Willie Nelson or Waylon Jennings records. These guys were the Lemmys of their generation, and they sit at the table with the heavy metal cats and eat dinner, no question about it. We wanted to bring some visceral volatility to these covers. These covers have teeth. We wanted to give the outlaw aspect of these songs some kudos. So we're going to get straight into it today. First song is Country Heroes, and this was originally written by Hank Williams III, who many of you may know already. He's an artist in his own right. He's the great grandson of the infamous Hank Williams Sr., the original. Hey, good looking, etc. You may know him from that, you may not, I don't know. I don't know what you know. Hank Williams III, as he's sometimes called, or I've heard him referred, was also in Superjoint Ritual with Philip Anselmo, of course. I think he played bass. So he's definitely got his metal credentials. Go out to the open countryside, Ben. Bound to be a lot cooler, isn't it? Now, I've gone on a lot about Hank Williams III for a reason, because he also guests on this song. This is pretty much a song about getting drunk with all the country heroes, getting messed up in a country bar. And Hank does a particularly convincing Ozzy Osbourne voice. In fact, if somebody played you this song and you weren't told, you'd think it was Ozzy and Des. Decent enough song. Nice start to the album. I'm trying to get my fucking breath back. Next up is a cover of a Willie Nelson song. Willie Nelson, advocate for marijuana and freedom of speech, all the rest of it. I don't know too much Willie Nelson music or too much about him, but he's always seemed to me like a really stand-up guy. I apologise, I'm just sweating and out of breath all over the fucking place in this fucking shiznit. Don't know if I actually said it a minute ago, but this song is called Whiskey River. Randy Bligh and Mark Morton from Lamb of God appear on this song, and apparently Des chose Randy. I didn't realise that Des had gotten sober as well, but by all accounts he has, and that's the reason why he chose Randy to appear on this song. I'm not going to do too much in the way of lyrics, but I thought they were appropriate on this one. Whiskey River, take my mind, don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry, you're all I've got, take care of me. I can see why he chose Randy to sing on this one. Now they're both sober, coming from a different perspective. This one was very black metal in style, and there were hints of Sepultura as well. Most specifically Andreas, his discordant kind of lead work that he did. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this one. I thought this was a pretty good song. Don't know how backlit I was there. Don't shoot into the sun, Benjamin. Okay, fucking made it up there. Got some more shade. Okay, so the next song we have is Outlaw Man, and this is a cover of an Eagles song. Apparently this is a song that Des played a lot by himself, sort of in the back of the bus to unwind, and the outlaw theme to it, sort of talking about taking drugs and all manner of unsavoury doings, reflected his life. And yeah, I think he wanted to do this one exclusively, so it's only Des you hear on this song. But it's not a bad tune actually, to be fair. In terms of the music to it, they've done it in the there's a riff on it that's very reminiscent of Metallica's Disposable Heroes. You know, that sort of galloping sort of style. I thought, to be fair, that Des did a really decent job, and I really enjoyed the chorus. Next song, I'm pretty sure that most of you would have heard this one, Ghost Riders in the Sky. It's credited as Johnny Cash, but there was actually a 1940s version of this done by Vaughn Monroe, which is a really creepy, dark song. Guesting on this one, we have once again Randy Bly, along with John Carter, who is Johnny Cash's son, and also Anna Christina Cash, who is John Carter's wife. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yi. I don't know why, I always feel I have to go a lot quieter when I'm in a forest. Not only is there danger, but potentially people watching me look like a dickhead, which is worse. Yeah, it turns out as well that John Carter is actually quite the fan of metal, and apparently Johnny Cash appreciated it as well. Who doesn't love Johnny Cash? I mean, come on. He did not give one fudge. Now, I've got to say that this was one of the songs that I was probably the most concerned about, because it's probably the one that I'm the most familiar with, but to be fair, I think they did actually do a pretty decent job. Very easy to be cheesy when you're doing metal covers of different genres. Starts out with a real cool melodic guitar line and goes from there. Pretty much, as far as vocals throughout the album, most of them are pretty damn heavy as well. Pretty good, pretty good. Next up is I'm the Only Hell My Mama Ever Raised. Very good parenting, is it? And this one was by Johnny Paycheck. I think he was also known as Johnny No Show. I might be wrong about that one. Might be someone else maybe. Or was that George Jones? I don't know. Again, insightful review that may be wrong. This is another one that features a lot of black metal elements. Very heavy song, very heavy album, to be fair. It's in terms of heaviness, if you're a DevilDriver fan, you're expecting this to be some sort of way of getting in the charts. You certainly couldn't be wrong. You couldn't be further wrong from that. Blast beats and tremolo picking all over this SOB. Just quickly read out something that Des said about this song. Johnny Paycheck was really known for his songwriting and his partying, and this song just had to be done right. It's all about the fact that he's too hard to handle. He's hell on wheels. And it kind of mirrored my story a little bit as I ran away from home at a very early age. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one actually. I thought this was a really solid song. Haven't heard the original, but I enjoyed this one. Next up we have If Drinking Don't Kill Me, Her Memory Will. And this one was originally done by George Jones, and for this one Des is joined by Wednesday 13. I didn't really write anything down for this one. It's an okay song. Nothing, yeah, it's an okay song. Next up we have When the Man Comes Around, of course by Johnny Cash. Originally, a lot of you will probably know this song. Essentially a song about death arriving on a pale white horse coming to take you away. And this one features the legendary Lee Ving of Fear, of course, the punk band Fear, and he does the spoken intro, those infamous lines, which I now have to read out. And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And then we get into the first bit of the song. There's a man going round taking names. I didn't particularly enjoy this version. Not necessarily that it's a bad performance or anything like that. It's just the original is so iconic and so much more menacing. Something about Johnny Cash with an acoustic guitar. There's just 10 times heavier. You know, just because you throw in some blast beats and some heavy guitar and some guttural vocals does not a heavy song make. And I think this one suffered for that. But that's more of a testament to how great the original is, I think. Next up is 1,000 Miles from Nowhere by Dwight Yoakam, and this is essentially about a breakup. A long relationship that has soured, has come to an end. Another okay song. Copperhead Road is up next, originally by Steve Earle. I do like Steve Earle actually, he's a good, damn good musician. Seems like legit, one of those guys who don't give a fudge. And this is a song about moonshiners. Copperhead Road was something to do with moonshiners. This one features Brock Lindau. Is it from 36 Crazy Fists, I want to say? I didn't write it down, I seem to remember that. Fairly faithful cover, that worked pretty well. Dad's Gonna Kill Me by Richard Thompson. This one features Burton C. Bell. Love Burton C. Bell, fucking amazing vocalist. Fudging amazing vocalist. This is an anti-war song, and I thought I'd read out some lyrics for this one. Out in the desert there's a soldier lying dead, vultures pecking the eyes out of his head. Another day that could have been me there instead. Nobody loves me here. I think this is written from the perspective of somebody who's out serving during the Iraq War. I thought the lyrics in this one did actually lend itself quite well to metal. Metal and war and soldiers, I suppose, seem to work quite well. I'm sure the inclusion of Burton C. Bell on vocals didn't hurt either. He does a fantastic job. Just a great vocalist. Really enjoyed this one. Penultimate song is A Country Boy Can Survive, and this was by Hank Williams Jr., father of Hank Williams III, not to be confused with Hank Williams Sr. Pretty solid version of this one, which I really enjoyed. Hank Williams III appears on this one as well as a tribute to his father, which is very nice. And the last song is The Ride, which was originally by David Allan Coe. Some of you may know him as he did an album with Vinny and Dimebag called Rebel Meets Rebel. This is essentially a song about David hitchhiking a ride with the ghost of Hank Williams Sr. It's a great. I'm not going to spoil this one. It's a good story. Part of the reason I haven't read out many of the lyrics on this as well. If you are inclined to check out this album, one of the great things with country music, along with folk and everything, is the storytelling that's involved. It's kind of nice to listen to the lyrics yourself and be taken on that journey yourself and experience that story if you haven't heard it already. This one again features Lee Ving. I was initially put off between the trade in vocals between Des and Lee. Didn't quite seem right to my ears at first, but after a couple of listens, it actually did grow on me quite a lot. I didn't mind this one at all. So that's the album. I would probably give this a 6 out of 5. No, what am I on about? Fucking dickhead. I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. But why did you go crazy and choose a half measure? Simple. Well, simply put, 7 seemed too high a score, but 6, I don't know, seemed a bit too little. So 6.5, my first half point. The performances are great. There's definitely no lack of passion on this album. That's for damn sure, can assure you of that. Everyone is playing their heart out. All the vocal performances are full on. They're really going for it. One thing that I was quite impressed with, a lot of the songs were completely reworked, completely done in a metal theme. A lot of times when people do covers from different genres, they have a habit, especially with metal, they have a habit of staying true to the same song but just doing it with distortion, and to me it always just sounds cheesy as fuck. A lot of times it sucks. Fucking stop going on a 6.5 out of 10. Fucking hell. So what have I got next? What's coming up next, bitch? Next up is going to be my first Devin Townsend review, which I'm very happy about. I'm going to be doing a lot more of his upcoming, but he's just released a live album, live in Plovdiv in Slovakia, Prague? Where was it? Can't remember. Somewhere. Performed at a Roman theatre, ancient Roman theatre, with an orchestra. Going to be reviewing that one in a couple of days. My next classic album review will be out soon after that, which will be Mastodon's Leviathan. I got some great feedback from the Pantera Vulgar Display of Power classic album review, which was really good, and it was cool doing that one. I remembered how much I actually enjoy doing those, so I'm going to make the classic album reviews a part of the rotation again. Next week we're going to have Between the Buried and Me, Automata 2. Very much enjoyed the first part, which came out at the beginning of the year, and we've also got the new Death Heaven album, which I'm looking forward to hearing as well. So plenty of reviews to come, and there'll be another classic album review as well on top of that. So So yeah, busy. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, fucking comment, fucking share. Let other people know. Let's spread the word about this shit. A stupid little fucker walking around a goddamn fucking road on his own, walking really good.